Hey, what's up, guys? Here on the Fire Sports Pod, where everything we got is hot. I'm your host, Zach Jackson, and let's get right to another show I have for you guys today here on Season 4, Episode number 30. It is currently 4:38 p.m. Eastern Time on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. We are powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard makes the dream yard go. Guys, if you guys missed it on Recap Monday, I had my boy Joe come on. We talked some basketball. We did our top 20 players right now in the league out of the 56 top ones that are in there. It was tough. Good 43-minute segment we talked about. And then me and my boy Ian jumped on and we talked some Cowboys talk with CeeDee Lamb finally getting on the contract with the Cowboys. I mean, it's been a while and we finally got it. I mean, like, it was like, oh my God, like the season starts next week. Jerry Jones waited to the last second, but we got it done. There's another thing that we got to get to over in this show today. Some more news coming from the Cowboys. This show is really, guys, going to be focused on NFL talk and just some sports stories. I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a sequence of what's been happening, and then I'm going to comment and go over a little bit of my thoughts on how some of these stories and some of these big moments that have happened so far in the league so far, this today and yesterday, how that could tie into some later success for teams and stuff like that in the NFL season. On Friday, upcoming season 4, episode number 31, we are going to be going over some teams' schedules. So I know we did the AFC and the NFC. I think we did all the AFC last week with Ian. We're going to do the NFC this week on Friday, and we're going to get that all going. We'll revisit all the records and all that stuff. So, guys, let's get right to the show. I've been talking already too much about what's happening in the future. I got to get to what's happening right now. So, guys, if you guys haven't heard, about 2 hours ago from CBS Sports, Russell Wilson is named the starter for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, as a Justin Fields guy, as a Justin Fields fan, as an Ohio State Buckeyes fan, I'm pretty bummed out. But I kind of already knew that Russell Wilson was going to get the starting job because he's the veteran. They got it there for a reason. There really wasn't a plan for Justin Fields really to start, unless Russell Wilson just played absolutely garbage in the preseason, which he didn't. So I would definitely say this was the right move for Russell Wilson to be the starter over Justin Fields for now. Do I think he lasts the full year? No. I actually think Justin Fields comes in about week 8, going into week 9 probably. I think Russell Wilson gives it a good ride. I got him going in 8 games. They're probably going to win 3, maybe 4. They'll probably be 4-4, 3-5 by the time Justin Fields takes it over. But that's what I'm predicting now. They might just rival Russell Wilson for the full season, see if he can do like a little Denver magic that he did last year when they were like 2-8, and then they came back and they finished like 8-9, or it's like 6-11, whatever the case was. They finished much better than they were projected halfway through the season last year. So that's that. Now, all the drama over Mike Tomlin being able to make the decision, but Russell Wilson is now the QB and the starter for this upcoming week 1 game. So, like I said, I think Russell Wilson is going to do some good things. I think the Steelers are going to be back to like relevancy. They're not going to have a losing season, and they're actually going to be consistent and going to be able to put up some points, going to be able to win some games, going to be putting teams that should beat the crap out of the Steelers into question come later in the season when they do play these certain teams, especially teams in their division. They're definitely going to play hard, which are the Browns, the Bengals, and the Ravens. All 3 are probably going to be in the playoffs. So the Steelers are going to play them tough, and it's really going to decide to come down to the end of the season whether the Steelers can make it with winning those type of divisional games. Now, moving on, we had the Russell Wilson debacle. The Cowboys, at 11:59 a.m. today, Dallas wasn't satisfied with its running back depth. So they go out, and yes, he's a veteran. He's getting old. He didn't really have that much production last year with the Jets. But the man, Dalvin Cook, which a couple years ago was one of the best running backs in the league in Minnesota. To pair him with Zeke, I think this is a great running back room now. You have Dalvin Cook for your first down, second down, and then your third and short, fourth and goal type of runs. You bring in Zeke, the big-headed monster, to go get that 1 yard, that 1 inch, that 2 yards, that 3 yards, that touchdown. And then you have Dalvin Cook for that first down, second down. Not to mention, we still have Deuce Vaughn. We have Dowell. So we have a stacked running back room. Trust, guys. And then we got Davis, which is a really good running back I like. So you got 5 legitimate running backs in this room that can do some damage. And I have a feeling that Mike McCarthy might be able to use all 5 at certain points of the year. You can, like San Fran does, switching out. You got Deuce Vaughn for some of those screen passes with Dalvin Cook and Davis. You got Zeke and Dowell for those power down backs. I think that's a cool way to use them. I think that would definitely be a boost to the Cowboys locker room as well as the running back depth in adding Dalvin Cook. I think Dalvin Cook is absolutely absurdly good. I think he's going to be good for us going down the stretch. But in general, guys, I think Dallas has got the stuff to really put on a show. Come down the stretch, really. I just think that it's definitely going to be some good stuff when it comes to Dalvin Cook with the Cowboys. So, guys, we're going to take a short break before we start up again. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. So, guys, we are back. Just to recap what we just talked about, we went over the debacle between Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, who will be the starter. Mike Tomlin names Russell Wilson the starter. And then our second segment of the day, we go over the Dallas Cowboys adding another running back, a 4-time All-Pro Bowler, which is in Dalvin Cook, which 3 years ago was over 1,000 yards a season. So I think this is going to be great. We're going to move on, and we're going to stay with Dallas, but we're going to add Kansas City to the field as the Dallas trades tight end Peyton Hendershot to Kansas City for a conditional draft pick before roster cut deadline. So really, we just get a draft pick from the Hendershot. I would have liked to see Hendershot stay a little bit and learn a little bit from Fergie, but it's okay. Things happen. It's really like a quick segment. There's not really a big news. I'm really not going to use that in my TikToks to go over because it's really not a big thing. Now, this was news Monday morning, and if you guys haven't heard about it, this is big news for Dallas, man. DaRon Bland is out for 6 to 8 weeks with an injury. He's a cornerback last year without Trayvon Diggs, surged to immortality. Literally, the man was unstoppable covering wide receivers. It was ridiculous to watch. So he's out for 6 to 8 weeks. He probably won't be back till about week 4 for the Cowboys, and that might even be week 5 because you got to get back, and then you got to get back into the swing of things. Excuse me. So I really think that losing DaRon Bland is huge, but that just means next man up. Everyone's got to step up big time. Trayvon Diggs got to come back healthy and ready to roll, which he is, but he's got to come back on an elite level like DaRon Bland showed last year. I expect Trayvon Diggs to be back in the field as the most interceptions and one of the best cornerbacks in the league. That's how I feel. I think DaRon Bland can do that once he comes back. But the fact that the Cowboys owner not at all looking to sign a cornerback after DaRon Bland's injury, this is the problem with him, bro. It don't matter who gets hurt. He won't sign somebody else. He'll sign people unless they think that they don't need them. They're confident, and rookie Khalil Carson can step up. I hope he can, because in 6 to 8 weeks, we got to deal with Carson for 6 to 8 weeks without DaRon Bland. I hope he's good. I hope he's going well. I hope he does well, but they're going to be targeting that side of the field so much. It's going to be ridiculous. So he's got to learn like this. If not, we're going to get picked apart easily. It's going to be bad. Real bad. And then, guys, there's been one consistent with the Browns. They're always hurt. But for the first time, they're able to get somewhat healthy. They got 5 players back to come back healthy and whatever. The only person that's not going to be on the sideline is going to be Nick Chubb. Brown star Nick Chubb last year had a gruesome leg injury. I thought he broke it in 7 different places. It was really bad to see. It was so bad. It was disgusting to even rewatch. He will reportedly open the season on the PUP list, keeping him sidelined until at least week 5. So you're not going to see the man, Nick Chubb, until at least week 5. He's probably not coming back till week 6. So that's almost halfway through the season. So that's a lot of games he's going to miss. He's going to miss 5 to potentially 6 games of the season, and we only have 18. So I do believe that Nick Chubb can get back into the flow. Will I think he'll be the same back? No. Because once you get that catastrophic injury, you're really not the same. It's a rarity you come back either stronger, same, or better. It's really hard to come back from those injuries and stay where you were at before the injury. Because before last year, he was killing it. He was going to go for another 1,000+ yards season. Got hurt, gone for the season. Now, another thing, the last but not least, we're going to do one more Cowboys, 2 more NFL ones, and then we have a Lakers news, and then we have a couple more NFL ones. So, right now, Jerry Jones signing of the Cowboys All-Pro wide receiver CeeDee Lamb was great. Was a gem of an opportunity to re-sign him. But guess what? There's another opportunity now that CeeDee Lamb's done to re-sign QB Dak Prescott. Now, I don't know if we're going to re-sign him. I think it's kind of like a make or break for him. If you don't make it to the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl or win anything, I think they kind of like jump ship with Dak and they move to Trey Lance. Because other than the 5 interceptions, I know last preseason, but again, it's preseason. You're trying different things. You haven't really been in that starter role. And I think it would be Trey Lance to transition as the new quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. And then I think Cooper Rush will stay and back up Trey Lance. But at the contrary, I think Dak's got it. I think he's got the team around him to do it. He's just got to believe. People got to understand it's got to take time. But now it's now. Now you can't be waiting anymore. Now you got to prove it. Now you got to go out there and get the job done. And so far, we haven't been able to do that for the last couple years. Now, another news, Jonathan Brooks from Carolina, due to miss at least first 4 games of the season with the Panthers, reported decision. So they're going to keep the rookie on the shelf for 4 weeks at least. So there's some news for your fantasy hopes, as well as just understanding where Carolina is as a team. And then you got Odell Beckham Jr., who was re-signed by the Miami Dolphins. He will miss the at least first 4 regular season games, as the Dolphins are keeping the wide receiver on the PUP list entering week 1, just to make sure everything's okay. He's not going to re-injure anything. He's also older wide receiver. Still could do it. Still could ball. But we really got to see where his health's at and can he consistently compete and put it together on a consistent basis. And then there's one other last story I have for you guys, and that is an NBA story where, if you guys didn't see the clip, it's been all over TikTok for the last couple of days. LeBron James says Bronny James cannot call him dad on the Lakers, but he has other options in mind. He said the GOAT. He said 2-3. I forgot the other one, which was very funny to watch the clip. But he said at the Paris Olympics, he can't call me dad. He's got to be professional. He's got to call me LeBron. He's got to call me Bron. He's got to call me certain nicknames, but just can't call me dad. Off the court, out of the stadium, You could call me dad and whatever. I mean, I understand that, but I think it would be pretty cool if you're running down the court, be like, yo, dad, cut, or dad, I'm open. I think that would be pretty cool, but I understand the business side of this as being in the NBA, as your father, as how great your father is in LeBron, and for you, Bronny, coming in as his son, I think is great that it's more professional than it is funny, and it really shuts some other like haters up, like, oh, it's nepotism and blah 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 and all this other crap. I like it. It's business. It's you're playing a sport, but yes, it's fun. But we're trying to win a championship. It's trying to be business only. Outside the court, at home, dad, whatever you call that. I like that from LeBron because that just shows that he's about winning. He's about business. Yes, he's got his son with you. It's a great accomplishment, but it's not all about that. It's also about winning and winning at a consistent basis. And without that, then there's really no reason to be in the NBA still for LeBron if he's not winning or at least trying to go for a championship. So it's going to be pretty cool to see where LeBron and Bronny fit with the Lakers and how well he does consistently with the Lakers. Will they play him for consecutive amount of times during the regular season in the beginning, or will they wait till later and then start playing him? Wherever it is, I would say let him get the most confidence. I think you put him in first up, let him get confidence, let him throw out all the bad shots, all the bad aura, and then really get going later in the season, be able to play him, whatever. He's probably going to see part of the G League during the year. He's going to probably see some of the bench late in the games, like really late in the games. But it just depends. You just got to do your own. You got to do your part of the team. You have your significant part and role. You do yours, and everything will put itself together. I'm a big believer on that. You do your part, and everything else will fall into place. Just make sure you do your part 150%, and everything else will fall into place pretty smoothly. I think we got to agree with that. I think LeBron it's going to be cool. I can't wait. We got Dalton Connect, we got Bronny, we got LeBron, AD. It's going to be a nice season. We'll see how good we are. We'll see if we make it anywhere. But before we go, if you guys haven't heard the Kelsey brothers, you guys don't know what the podcasts are, the New Heights. Jason and Travis, they have their podcast. They got a deal with Amazon's Wondery worth more than $100 million. So that podcast hit it off, and they're making $100 million for the year per year from Amazon, which is pretty cool to even say and to even think of that Amazon is supporting that type of thing. We're currently 18 minutes, 15 seconds, or 20 seconds into the show. And that's pretty much it, guys, here on the Fire Sports Pod. A quick little segment, a quick little show I have for you guys. We're probably going to hit about 20 minutes by the time I'm finished talking. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm your host, Zack Jackson, here on the Fire Sports Pod. If you're out there watching, you got any kids or anything like that and looking to play some basketball or whatever in the New Jersey area, come check out Team Together. It's a new AAU program. Just look up Team Together AAU, and you'll be able to find some things and check us out if you want to have your kid try out for the fall, winter, spring, and summer. Those are the seasons. That's what we do. So check it out on the Instagram, Team Together. So other than that, guys, I'm your host, Zack Jackson, powered by StreamYard, where StreamYard makes the dream yard go. And I'm going to catch you on Friday for Season 4, Episode number 31. 5 more to go, I should say, until we get to Season 5. Season 5 is going to be the best season so far on the Fire Sports Pod, so stay tuned. Other than that, guys, catch you later. Enjoy your rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Peace.